I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking next, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two don't make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two don't make better get around right now.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Hardman to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Attack!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Well, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tucker roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. On 2nd and 9, Herbert got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because...
There he goes, left side! And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown! 13 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 6-point game. the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 9. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 38. 118 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure trying to get his guys to the second round.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eluding the pressure right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Herbert. He's got Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 39 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Sliding. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Extra point safely through, and that will put them on top here in the third. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Carter. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading into the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the return, Carter. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is a counter play. Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
A gain of 15 and the Chargers 1st down.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mahomes to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Mahomes. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Well, they're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with you.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Finding Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.